Hello, welcome to something new. We're trying out the new order. I'm going to make this, so I only make one promise. It's going to be a limited Let's Play, potentially a full Let's Play, should we find that this mod is a lot of fun. It certainly looks interesting. The aesthetic is, it could use some work. There's some stuff that I'm not a big fan of in the way things look. Some of the colors and whatnot, there's a lot of darkness, you know? But anyway, this is a mod in which Germany won World War II. So we find ourselves right now in 1962 in a very, very different world. Most of Europe has been organized into various Reichskommissariats. And a lot of, well, the United States of America still stands for now. And a lot of Russia has just devolved into warlordism with some socialist armies and movements in the east. And you have Japan with their island empire, Indonesia, which is quite a formidable nation, and Reichskommissariats in Africa as well. Anyways, the Reich wasted no time following its victory. Immediately, it embarked on reshaping Europe into its own image, one of National Socialism, cleansed of the degenerate bourgeois and freed from the grasp of the lowly Untermensch. Lebensraum in the East finally became achievable and was alongside the vast... I won't be reading everything, because this mod has a lot of reading. It's kind of like a novel with gameplay to it, like a visual novel. In the East finally became achievable and was alongside the vast Atlantropa Dam. I don't see the Atlantropa Dam, so I don't think they've found a way to represent that in the mod, because, what is going on with the... Oh, it's rain? Yeah, some of the weather doesn't look right in this mod. The Heer became the largest and most powerful army in the world, protecting German ambitions from the British Isles and the Russian wastes and the rainforests of Africa. It did not take long for it all to crumble. In the span of less than a decade, the German economy practically evaporated, followed by the disgraceful West Russian War that brought the Reich to the brink of collapse and the betrayal of the SS, orchestrated by none other than the nefarious Heinrich Himmler. Had it not been for the quick and decisive actions of the Wehrmacht, the Reich would have collapsed. Still, the damage was done. The experience of the 50s, combined with the rampant slavery and the reality of the world's pressing down upon us, or upon Germany, has utterly destroyed the people's confidence in their government. No longer the Reich is Reich the proud hegemon of the world. It is now merely a shadow of itself, torn by shameless infighting, united only in fear for its future. So, we have to steer the future through 4 potential contenders, saving it from dooming... I'm going to see if there's any music here. That's why. Oh, no. Wait, what's this? Yeah. I just had to make sure that we weren't playing anything that was copyrighted. There we go. Meet the many faces of German politics, align yourself with them, or strive to survive their ambitions, yep. Through diplomacy, deceit, and war. Major characters, we've got Adolf Hitler, we know about him. Martin Bormann. Chief of the party chancellery, so what about many and hated by just as many? He is a... okay. Party man. Hermann Göring. We have, that is the militarist wing of the NSDAP. Luftwaffe leader in the war, Albert Speer, the economic boy. Aligned himself with the Gang of Four. Oh my god, there's a lot of things here. Führer Reinhard Heydrich. An absolute fucking bastard in history. The Butcher of Prague, the Blonde Beast, the Young Evil God of Death. That probably, no, that actually maybe doesn't translate better into German. I think it still sounds silly. I don't speak German fluently. I can read it to an extent. Ferdinand Schörner, whose name, I think he's also an economic guy, right? Because I've failed plot, blah 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 blah. I've sort of forgotten everything I've learned about about Nazi economy and all that during my my studies of the subject, because the way exams work, you just cram a bunch of shit into your brain and then it goes right out once it's done. Vorwärts. Yeah, so if you don't know me, I have played a lot of these kinds of mods over the my brief career on YouTube. And I'm a big fan of Hearthstone 4. I've played a lot of Hearthstone 4. I'm also a big fan of history. I mean, I've got a degree in history, a bachelor's degree, and I'm halfway through my master's degree. Anyways, that's enough about me. Also, I'm Norwegian, which some of you might be able to tell from my accent. Select a technology to research. So I have no... Oh my god, I don't like the way this looks, but I have no idea what the techs are in this mod. I'm going to have to do a lot of learning, but I can I can surmise from vanilla knowledge what these are. Yeah. Art style needs a little bit of work, I think. It's not horrible, but it's also not necessarily all that easy to look at. I do get what they were going for, though. Helicopter engines, so we've got helicopter stuff here, which is obviously a new thing. Scout helicopter company, enable scout helicopter, that's kind of cool. And then you've got transport helicopters. Those look like Chinooks, CH-47. And those look like Hueys, or some like Bell helicopters. Then we got armor. Yep, this is World War II stuff. Sonderkampfwagen, I think that's what it's called. 251. Yeah, Puma, Tiger. Kind of interesting how Tiger is the main battle tank, but I guess that comes with the amount of resources we have now. Panzerkampfwagen X, and then you have the Jaguar 1. So these are... So you have APCs, infantry fighting vehicles, and main battle tanks, because we're now in a different type of doctrine of warfare from World War I, where you have the main battle tank concept, right? And which is the Abrams or the Patton tanks, and then you have infantry fighting vehicles like the Humvee, or the... That's probably not actually... Oh, no, that's actually not correct, because the Humvee isn't necessarily an infantry fighting vehicle, I don't think. I think a more apt comparison would be the Bradley. And then you have personnel carriers, which, yeah, the Humvees and stuff, I think those are more, like, oh my god, big-ass insect just flew into my face. Like daddy long legs thing. Yeah, they're more like MRAP kind of things, Humvees and stuff, and this looks sort of like a modern MRAP. Can you get away from my drink, Mr. Insect Man? He's just chilling. Just vibing. And then you've got, yeah. Oh yeah, this is very, like, I guess modern. Just an armored transport truck, almost, probably with mine, yeah, mine protected, it says right there. And I got the Leopard, Marder. This is very modern stuff, actually. Cool. Let's have a look at artillery. Oh, okay, there's some new stuff here. Waterfall, Wasserfall. Flakpanzer, Rheinboote. Don't know what that means. I mean, the Rhine, I know that, the river. Panzerwerfer, that is a, yeah, sort of like a, oh, what's it called? The Germans had a rocket artillery in World War II. But it's sort of like a Katyusha type, yeah, Raketensprenggranaten, they're like a Katyusha type concept. I like the amount of info that you can see and that you can read. Obviously, a lot of people who don't speak German can't, they don't understand what it means. Now, I don't know what GW stands for in this, but that is a tank destroyer, right? Or is that just a big no, that's just a big self-propelled artillery gun, yeah. Yeah, howitzer variant. Panzerwerfer there as well. Black Panther. And that is anti-air, right? Yeah, like the Wirbelwind. Thought it would be Wirbelwind. Wasserfall, Gepard, Matador, Rheinboote 2. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of really cool, like, world building going on here. Oh my god. Yeah, that's some Katyusha shit. Well, that's like the Grad, right? The Russian Grad, the more modern one. Wasserfall 3. Rocket launch system. Yeah. No, that is the Grad. There's something else, yeah. Something else entirely. And then we've got Land Doctrine. Combined Operations, Maneuver Warfare Doctrine, Strategic Theorem Doctrine. This is America. Modern America. Combined Operations, well, Modern America to an extent, because you also have the concept of air-land battle, which I think is what this is based off of, the Combined Operations Doctrine, which is a Cold War military doctrine, and then you got strategic theorem doctrine, which I don't know what that means. I think they seem like reimaginings of the original doctrines. Then you got ships. Ships are really cool. Like, Cold War ships are awesome. They change color, though, here, which I don't know what that means, but... oh, yeah, because I've researched those, and those are out of... It's hard to read a new UI when you're first getting into it. Gepard class. Oh, that was a tank as well. Bremen, Brandenburg. Preußen, Bayern class, Dönitz class, so yeah, Guderian class. It's interesting, they named a ship after an admiral and a general. Then you got the U-boats. Oh, okay, this is actually really cool, because we have now here a continuation of World War II U-boat traditions with Cold War designs added onto them afterwards. I don't actually know if Germany had any, or what Germany's U-boats capabilities during the Cold War were, if any. But yeah, you got like the type, so Type 7C, I think, was the last German U-boat of the war. I'm not sure if that's actually true. And you have here Type 21, I think, which is leaps and bounds past that Graf Zeppelin class carrier. It doesn't say the year that it's meant to come out, but I'm guessing it's 1962 class. Or it might actually be 1939 or something, and then you got a Europe class. Okay. That's interesting that they are actually named like that, because usually in Hearthstone 4 you don't name the classes like that, right? You have like Carrier 2, Carrier 3, right? And Fighter 1, Fighter 2. And then you do the world building yourself, but here they've done that for you. Which is, I think, one of the main selling features, or like selling points of this mod, the amount of world building. Oh, that is a... I have flown with that helicopter, though, not the Nazi kind. And I think I've flown with that one as well. Not that one, because that looks... Oh, maybe it was that one and not... no, I've flown with that one and maybe that one, but not that one, maybe. Let's see, that looks like an Apache. Later mouse. Yeah, so you've got attack, or anti-tank there. You've got attack helicopters here. You've got... That's a scout helicopter. That's like the Mosquito. The American one, right? Used extensively in Vietnam. Wonder what the Vietnam equivalent in this this mod is. And you got light aircraft. Oh, here, there's some cool stuff here. Or rather, there's some fucking ridiculous stuff. What is this? This is that garbage one they've got at the that aircraft museum in Washington D.C., right? That like concept that looks like a UFO that's just like all wing. That, you know, wouldn't really work. Tornado. Yak? No, Vac. Yeah, I was like, that's a Russian plane. And this is just all, like, that's a cockpit, and that's, oh, this is like a, it says Messerschmitt, but this is a Blom & Voss style ridiculous aircraft design. Don't know what that one is. Heinkel VK. There's no B&V planes, right? There should be some Blom & Voss. If you don't know Blom & Voss aircraft design, look them up. They have the most ridiculous designs. Then you got like the stealth bombers, modern stealth bombers, F-16 looking boy over there. It's Tesla Cybertruck, yeah, but with wings. There's a lot of stuff for me to learn here. That looks JU-187. That looks kind of like a Blom & Voss. Typhoon, Tornado, Barracuda. That's kind of cool. Air Doctrine. Okay, that's interesting. Air parity, air superiority, and air supremacy. Could probably come up with better names for that, but... and then you got all this stuff. And this is usually what you go for. Oh, actually, no, this is the standard tech tree, and then it leads into this stuff. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, radar is good. Director fire, that's for ships and stuff, right? Yeah. Anti-air, light attack. Okay. Encryption and stuff, we should probably focus on this, I think. Encryption and decryption, right? And then industry, of course, we should focus on. We've already had a path decided for us here. going down to horizontal industrial organization, which is one that spreads it out to avoid bombing. We're actually ahead of time on some of this stuff, military construction. That's interesting. It's kind of weird how everyone, when they do like a Nazis won the war, they're always like technologically a few steps ahead of where we were after the war, which is kind of strange. Because the Nazis weren't necessarily very ahead of the curve on a lot of tech. They just pumped a bunch of money into some silly stuff. I mean, we're gonna go with the Blue Water Navy, right? There's no way in hell we, as the dominant force on the planet, are gonna go for a Green Water Navy. Yeah, and we have had maneuver warfare doctrine decided for us. Curiously, it doesn't seem like you can spend experience to increase your... or make these happen faster. So let's go for... Oh, I do so love artillery. Support is always extremely important, especially recon companies. So I'm probably just gonna... Well, maybe... Let's see, we shouldn't be a... Actually, we could go for just... Yeah, this is going to immediately give us bonuses to our infantry. Not that I necessarily think that we will... Oh no, yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff that fucks our research, but not that I necessarily think we'll be in combat immediately, but then again, what do I know? Okay, so we've got military factories. Okay, I hate the way this UI looks. This looks very, very ugly. We've got a glass Zeppelin being built. It needs chromium. I might not be able to record many of these in a row, considering how this part of the UI is maybe making my eyes bleed. I love everything else about this mod, though. So we need rubber, and we need tungsten, and we need chromium. We have so many factories, so I'm going to order a bunch of rubber from Indonesia. I don't know if they're going to be... Oh, let's unpause, just to let the game do some initial calculations. Why can't I buy from Indonesia? Oh, they probably don't want to sell? What's going on here? Requires 0. We only trade for up to 0. We have no more civilian industry. Oh. Oh wait, all of our civilian industry is... Oh. Oh yeah, that's bad. All our civilian industry is tied up in consumer goods, I think. Okay, let's look at focus trees. Man on the Moon. Oh, so they have focus trees that reveal themselves as you do them. So I'm going to do Man on the Moon. This is our moment. The culmination of decades of tiresome research and continuous advancement headed by the brilliant Dr. Werner von Braun. German Aerospace Center is ready to commence its greatest operation to date, landing the first man on the moon. If successful, it will become the Reich's greatest scientific achievement since the weaponization of the atom. The space race has now come to an end, with the dominant will of the National Socialism to triumph over the degenerate Americans and backwards Japanese once again. Heil Hitler. Oh, fuck. I don't like the way it makes me when it just makes me instinctively read that because I'm reading the entire text. I need to be more careful. Unassigned divisions, we'll deal with that later. Resources, we can't deal with that. Available planes and reserves. That usually only shows up if you're at war. Am I at war? How do I tell on this? Oh, this mod isn't working on this mod, by the way. That's a mod that lets me steal provinces if need be. In case there is a glitch or anything. So yeah, so what's going on here? Why, also, I think these buttons are meant to look differently. Yeah, they're meant to look like this. I have a mod that overrides that, colored, like a colored, buttons thing, and I think it's actually making it easier to read the UI. I don't have the La Resistance DLC, I might get it, but mixed reviews, so probably saving my money. But, decisions, nothing. Research, we've done that. Diplomacy. This is our alliance. Pretty hefty, pretty big. Sort of Kaiserreich, Germany style. Empire Japan. Yeah, we can't trade for that. We can't trade for anything, so who cares? Economy. This is new. We can increase budgets. This is giving me major Hearts of Iron 3 or Europa Universalis 3 vibes with sliders and stuff. Though there are buttons that just increase budget and stuff. It's kind of like an event, or sorry, a decision over here. Just put in a different part of the UI. Huh. Okay, so you have to worry about total GDP and GDP growth. And national debt, apparently, and expenditures. Deficit and reserves. Okay, so when you increase and decrease, I'm guessing that's going to cause those to move. Annual income rate, other income. Okay, so this mod is trying to simulate capital, which Hearthstone 4 doesn't. That's interesting. Do we have a resource for that? Nope. And this is my first foray into this mod, so there's going to be a lot of me fumbling around, learning how to do things. GDP is currently that. Growth rate, okay, our annual budget is 61.93 billion US dollars. Why are they using US dollars? It's probably just to make it relatable, but then why are they using so many German names for things in the UI? Interest rate, okay. Must pay a certain percentage of a national debt as interest each month. Okay, so we've got to stay within that. Dockyards. I have 3 dockyards, but should I be building much more? Let's have a look at our navy. We have a bunch of stuff here. Don't know if these work. No, so I have a mod that should allow me to mess with these a little bit more. I don't think it works. So we have the Black Sea fleet. Might not have to mess with these too much. Where is it? I mean, it should be in the Black Sea, right? Schwarz Meer fleet. Meer meaning sea or I believe it means sea, and Schwarz meaning black. And Flotte meaning fleet. Unterseebootsflotte Weddingen. So you got... Okay, so the submarine fleets are... Yeah, they're all sort of grouped after or for their seas. I don't think I should set these guys up for missions, because they are going to be doing missions at all times when I do so. Eastern Sea Fleet, we got Atlantic U-boat fleet, it's not big. Marine Command, they're the North Sea, okay. Then you have the Marine Command South. Alright. I'll probably have to reorganize these once I learn more about how the naval game works in this mod. Because, you know, everyone likes to make it look, or work differently. Let's start setting up our, well, actually, let's have a look at who our cabinet are first. Walter Hevel, Albert Speer, and Hermann Göring. Gotcha. He doesn't seem that good. Crooked Kleptocrat, yep. Societal developments, which I can't click on, so I'm guessing these happen on their own. 25 to 50%, yeah, these happen based on other stuff. So 25 to 50% poverty rate, which is pretty fucking huge. Massive stockpile of nukes. Okay, that increased our cost, military costs. Okay, interesting. Political laws, one-party states, state atheism, illegal trade unions. To be expected, allowed slavery, quota immigration, state press only, registered voting, and skilled refugees only. Military laws, kill them all. Okay. No racial integration, not a surprise. Basic training, banned from service, 2-year draft, large spending, and no draft exemptions. There's a lot of laws here. Social laws, okay, yeah. Private healthcare, minimal safety regulations, state repression. Sounds like Nazi Germany, right? So we are the faction leader of the Unity Pact, which is the pact. Okay, that's our alliance. Gotcha. Let's have a look at the alliances. Co-Prosperity Sphere, Indonesia is a part of it. And Organization of Free Nations, which is, I'm guessing, like the United Nations and stuff, that's very small. You have Guyana, Canada, United States, and Belize, West Indies Federation, and New Zealand and Australia, it seems. Then you have the Triumvirate. Okay, yeah, Italy. So we are in a... then I'm guessing we are sort of in a Cold War against Italy, Japan, and America. Like, I'm guessing we're friends with Italy, but, like, not really, you know? And then we've got troops massed on the border here of Himmler's spot, which I think is because he's kind of a bastard. Yeah, he's got a the Ordenstadt Burgundian system. Autonomous Reichs of foreign power, yeah, but I think this guy is not a not our friend anymore. Fucking von Ribbentrop as well. It's taken our ambassador. Who's this? Oh, okay. Let's start organizing our army. We still have some time. So it looks like we should have an army set up for the Ordenstadt border. Let's just create that. And then let us grab every single tank. There are 7 panzer divisions. Surely there was a way to quickly change that, right? Or to select only the panzers. Starting to get that, you know, UI makes your eyes bleed thing right now from here. There we go. Infantry, yep, motorized. We'll create a motorized army as well. Then have standard infantry on their own army. And this isn't going to be a theater of its own, but it's going to be subservient to a field marshal of their own, I think. Perhaps also governing Reichskommissariat Niederlande, and yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then we should set up an army set up against the Italian border, and, well, the Triumvirate, I think. Yep. And Ungarn they can do their thing. I don't think Switzerland's going to be a problem, so probably not going to put so many troops up there. Now I think these guys should be their own army, because they are mountain troops. While these guys, actually let's grab these guys, make them an army. Let's call them Alpine. I don't know if that's how you say it and spell it in German, but the Alpine Jaegers, and they will be led by I mean, it seems, no, maybe not. I was about to say it seems appropriate for Fritz Bayerlein to lead them because he's got a mountaineer, but he doesn't have. He's got Desert Fox, and we don't need that there. We do need mountaineers though. Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Karl Adolf, Hollet, HML. Didn't see any mountain hills. There we go. That's hills again. Fuck. There we go. Mountaineer and harsh leader. That's fine. Don't need to recover too much. You're just defending. And yep, that's more or less going to be their post. Then you guys will be organized into the regular infantry army, posted up against... I like how the tanks are mostly put behind the front lines. Yeah, those guys are going to be posted up against the Italians as regular infantry. And there are a lot of hills, so I'm maybe going to give them a hill fighter. And of course an infantry expert. Maybe we'll just do auto hits field. And those are mountains, so they technically should only have a narrow front line, but I should just put them across the entire front line. Because their job is more or less just to hold, while this guy's job is to hold and exclusively push over here. I mean, I'm setting this up as if we are going to war with Italy. We're not. But this is the way I think when I play this game. I just sort of... when someone is in a spot, they have a specific purpose to do. Like, they have a you know... I put them there for a reason. So I gotta think about, like, what that reason is. There's one Panzer army, so we have... do we have any good Panzer army symbols here? Let's for now just use let's use these for let's use those for Panzer army symbols for now. Until I can hopefully get that mod working where I get us a lot of these symbols to play with. Okay. Then, yeah, we do need an army set up around this area, because it is... this protectorate, it is a little bit spooky from the description that I read about it. There's some, like, shadow stuff going on there, like shadow government appearing out of nowhere, and like, a lot of resistance movements. There are resistance movements all over the country, so we might need to get some military police and stuff set up. I'm not going to set up too many armies up towards the east. I don't think that's a problem, but also we're at the end of the episode, so I want to say before I go thank you so much for watching, and if you like this, if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button, click the like button to show me that you want more of this, because if I see a lot of likes, I'm gonna think, well, better make more of these videos, people like them. Of course, if you don't like them, hit dislike. That's also an option. Is there anything else I should say? No, I don't think so. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.